We're good? Well, greetings, everyone, and welcome to Buzz Live. Wonderful. We are here tonight at the Mill Mountain Theater Waldron Stage in downtown Roanoke. And all this month, we are featuring some of the amazing people who serve the nonprofits, the arts and cultural organizations supported by Center in the Square. And so tonight, we are buzzing about those organizations that provide amusement and fun for all ages. We're going to start off, with Roanoke Pinball Museum's Nick Schell and Starcade's Aimee Simmons. Yep. We're going to have a chat with the Roanoke Cultural Endowment's Shaleen Powell and Roanoke Arts and Cultural Coordinator Doug Jackson about the importance of arts and cultural organizations in the city. And of course, we are going to have the ultimate in amusement and entertainment for kids, and that is Felicia Branham of KidSquare. Now, a little housekeeping here. My name is Michael Hemphill. I'm the creator and host of the TV show Buzz that airs every Wednesday night at 7 p.m. on Blue Ridge PBS, where we feature the great work that nonprofit organizations do and the nonprofits affiliated with the American Advertising Federation of Roanoke, who donate their time and talent, helping these life-giving organizations achieve more. Thank you. Y'all are so good, so good. You can follow us on our website, buzzforgood.com. That's buzz, B-U-Z-Z, 4, good.com, as well as our social media channels, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, even TikTok for the kids, all at Buzz for Good. Speaking of social media, for those of you tuning in to our live stream on Facebook, YouTube, or LinkedIn, you've got Mr. Eye Candy himself, Rob Orthwine, to thank. Rob, give it up. And we even have a house band here tonight in the form of Cindy Blevins. Cindy is the Mill Mountain Theater music director, so thank you, Cindy. I want to take a moment to thank our sponsors. Rob, if we could get them up on screen, please. That'd be the Community Foundation serving Western Virginia. Wait for it. They're worth waiting for. There we go. Thank you. Partners in Financial Planning, a Southwest Virginia-based financial management firm. Partners in Financial Planning and Now. Excellent. We also have Friends of the Blue Ridge, which works to build better community throughout the Blue Ridge region of Virginia and North Carolina. Our good friends from the Candy Store, located on the first level of Center in the Square. We'll get back to them here in a second. Candy Store. And our newest sponsor, MLEX Construction Company. Nope. All good. We'll get the Candy Store later. All right, one more little housekeeping business here. Last week, my wife, who was tuning into the live stream, had a few notes for me. And one of those was, what is up with the door? Well, as I mentioned, this is a theatrical stage here, and Mill Mountain Theater, coming up on February 5th through the 8th, will be hosting and producing Natural Shocks, a play, and I'm going to read a little bit about Natural Shocks and hopefully inspire you to want to attend. Cindy, we have the appropriate music. That's very ominous. Natural Shocks. A woman named Angela takes refuge in her basement as a tornado looms overhead. As she waits out the storm, we haven't even rehearsed this, folks. This is all, that's brilliant. As she waits out the storm, she shares a fast-paced, humorous monologue about her life, relationships, and the small and large lies we tell ourselves. As the play progresses, Angela's seemingly scattered thoughts start to reveal a deeper, darker truth about her life and marriage. What begins as an amusing, high-energy storytelling session gradually becomes a chilling confession, culminating in a powerful, emotionally devastating twist. Tickets now on sale at millmountain.org, February 5th through the 8th. natural shocks, make plans to attend. All right, lastly, before we start buzzing about Center in the Square, I do want to take a moment to share some buzz about something happening this Sunday in nearby Rocky Mount that I hope all of you tuning in will want to attend. Rob, take it away.
On January 18th of the new year, 2026, Franklin County will make history in memorializing 70 locally born black soldiers who fought for the Union as United States colored troops during the Civil War. The public is invited to attend the unveiling of a monument on the grounds of the historic First Baptist Church facing Franklin Street in the historic district of Rocky Mount at 3 p.m. A reception at the Harvester Performance Center will immediately follow the military-style ceremony. There you will have the opportunity to meet the monument's creators, as well as the researchers who have discovered the untold stories of these remarkable United States veterans. Additional information on the Raising the Shade project is available in the lobby.
All right. We have been fortunate to walk alongside the Franklin County NAACP for about the past year now, featuring their inspiring work. There are literally thousands of monuments to Confederate soldiers throughout the South. And spoiler alert, despite what the apologists may say, the South really was fighting to preserve slavery, all right? But we have all these statues and memorials to the Confederacy. However, there are fewer than 25 monuments in the country memorializing and honoring the 200,000 African-American men who fought for the Union in the Civil War as part of what was called the United States Colored Troops. So this is truly a nationally historic moment happening on Sunday in Rocky Mount. I would encourage all of you to attend. We will be there filming a new episode for Buzz about this incredible work. It'll air in March on Blue Ridge PBS, so I hope to see you there. Okay, you can applaud that, yeah. All right, so that's what's happening this weekend in Franklin County, but here tonight in Roanoke at Center in the Square, let's get started with a video about one of our first guests, Starcade. All right, please welcome to the stage Aimee Simmons of Starcade and Nick Schell of Roanoke Pinball Museum. You're here. Very good, very good. Excellent. Make sure those mics are on.
There we go.
Wonderful. Lovely, lovely. Thank you all so much for being here tonight. And I want to start off with a question. You know, we don't listen to 8-track or we don't listen to cassette tapes, 8-tracks anymore. We don't use a rotary phone. There are probably people out here who don't even know what a rotary phone is. But what is it about pinball machines and arcade games from another century that people still find appealing and attractive?
Well, I mean, there is a video of folks trying to use a rotary phone. It's pretty funny on YouTube, and they can't figure it out. That's kind of good. But no, with pinball and arcade, I think it's just something that, what is it, 2026 already? I can't believe it. And everything has just gone to digital and computers and screens. There's screens everywhere, screens at restaurants, and we're all kind of cloistered in our phones and our computers. And they give us, entertaining shows and video games and things, but there's just something about, people crave to be out on their feet, rubbing elbows with other people and having fun. And just playing the classic arcade games and pinball machines just really can't be done at home. It's just an experience that you have to go out and enjoy.
And the adults that grew up with this bring their children and they show their children what they used to play. So that makes it fun.
Yeah, well, and how much of it is the machines and how much of it is just being out in community with other people, other human beings, which you don't often get with video gaming these days?
Well, I mean, I'd have to say it's both. It's the
Yeah.
desire to go out, have a experience in person in public, as well as, and the games are, luckily, they're still lots of fun and classic design. So, yeah, to have the real experience, with the real controls and the real driving wheels and all that kind of stuff, you kind of have to go out and do it.
How many pinball machines do you have in your space?
Well, we have 70 right now, but we're going to go up to 100 within the next year or so, I should say. So we're bringing them on.
And arcade games?
I think we have 100, probably more than that. But if you consider like all of the multicades and all that, we have thousands of games. So.
Lovely. Give us real quick, if you can, kind of the origin story of, we'll start with the Pinball Museum since it came first.
This is kind of funny. So our founder didn't want to get divorced, so he had a bunch of machines in his in his house, and it was like, you need to do something with these pinball machines and get them out of here. So he basically thought, why don't we copy kind of what's being done down in Asheville with the Asheville Pinball Museum? And so they've been around for a while. Why can't we do it? And sure enough, we opened in 2015, in June of 2015. And for the last 10 years, we've been adding on and upgrading things, and it just is an idea that turned out to be a really good one, and people still really love pinball.
Yeah. And Starcade?
Starcade, our anniversary is January 31st, 7 years. Wonderful. We brought Nick here from Dallas, Texas. I think that I brought Nick here, I'm pretty sure. But anyways, so once he got here, we had to figure out something for me to do. We had...
Because you were in charge of the Pinball Museum.
Well, yeah.
Got at the time.
Then you had to come along. I'm just kidding. I'm glad you did. So then we had an opening up in the back of the building where History Museum had their storage. And I was like, well, why don't we just put arcade games in there?
Yeah.
So we started off with like one room and a party room, and that turned into 3 rooms full of games and actually no party room. So a lot of games, anyways,
Yeah.
It was just like, I don't know, it just blew up. It was amazing. At first I was like, people are not gonna come all the way back to the back of this building. And then all of a sudden we have 2,000 people a month. So it's
Awesome.
pretty awesome.
Yeah, for those of you who maybe are here or tuning in, if you haven't been to Starcade, so, center of the square, there's this giant staircase that goes up 5 floors, and there's a different cultural or organization on each floor. And the Roanoke Pinball Museum has, front row
We're gonna be on the
space.
cool side soon.
Right, but they have front row space. Then you got to go like down a hallway and up some stairs and down some stairs and around a corner and by a conference room until you finally find Starcade. You think there's no possible way that there's not going to be anything here. Well, sure enough, there is. And it's an awesome space, but it is really hidden. However, it's not going to be hidden much longer, and that is because...
We are expanding to have the region's most awesome party room. Overlooks the downtown marketplace. It's going to have room for about, 80 people at least or something like that. And it's going to sit right in between the Starcade and the Pinball Museum. So when you book a party there, you'll be able to do either. And we're getting enough space to put 100 machines. You're getting space to put more machines in. It's just going to be the fusion of everything.
Together.
That's the best part, truly.
And is there a tentative opening date for this?
Well, there is we are moving our machines this weekend, as a matter of fact, back to the original space.
Okay.
They're going to start construction on the Starcade side in just a couple of weeks here. And so...
We don't like to say exact dates.
I understand.
because
Do we have a season? Are we talking spring? Are we talking
well, we
summer?
want to do a grand
Spring?
opening. So
Spring?
that, yes. So
Okay.
that we can do a grand opening and just say, now we're all moved in and everything. So, yeah, springtime-ish is a good time.
Springtime. Okay. So springtime, very good. Rob, have we been having the Pinball Museum video rolling? No? All right. If we could just, while we finish up this conversation. And there'll be some kind of yell of it. What? You want to say something?
I have something for you.
Oh, you have something from me?
Yes.
Oh.
We just got T-shirts in yesterday.
We need the microphone. Okay.
We just got T-shirts in yesterday.
Oh.
And we also have a brand new logo.
Oh.
No one has seen it. And no one has this T-shirt.
Oh,
And you are gonna have it.
wow. Wow. Wow, let's, oh, yes, we got that? That is lovely. That is lovely. How cool is that?
You're the first.
I'm the first. I am
Yeah.
the first. Yes, excellent. Awesome. So even Melissa doesn't have one yet?
No, no one.
Sweet.
I don't even have one yet.
Sweet. Thank you so much. This is awesome. Awesome. I love it. All right. Well, thank you all so much. We're looking forward to the expanded space. Oh, and a basket. Do I keep the
Well,
basket?
actually, that belongs
Okay.
to Branham. So
All right.
leave that there.
Well, thank you all so much for all that you do to make Roanoke just an even more fun place to be and to live and to play. Thank you all so much. And with that, Nick Schell, Roanoke Pinball Museum, Aimee Simmons, Starcade. Yeah, thank you all.
Thank you, Michael.
Spectacular. Thank you all so much. All right, we do not have a musical guest, at least live and in person here tonight. Last week, for those of you who are fortunate to be here, we had the incomparable Brian Harvest Black Hancock. And if you missed that, please, please, please go to our YouTube channel at Buzz for Good. Go to the live section and look at last week's show because he just brought the house down last week. For those of you who were here, yes, would you agree? It was awesome. However, he is making a bit of an encore performance tonight of sorts here. So back in 2023, we produced a Buzz episode that focused on the role that arts and cultural organizations play on the city's economic development. Now, I will take credit for coming up with the idea of creating an original music video for this episode. But as my wife is the first to say, big dreams are nothing without big execution. And thankfully, I've married someone who knows how to execute all of my craziness that happens up here. So, and thankfully for this episode, I had some exceptionally great people who were willing to execute my vision, which was really just, hey, we need a music video. How hard could that be? Well, we had Harvest Black Hancock, who stepped up, along with another incredible Roanoke musician, J.P. Powell, who, along with my videographer extraordinaire, Dan Morelli, created It's Here. Rob.
Yeah. Vibes to this. Yeah. VA stand up. Roanoke City stand up. Hey. Hey. Talk to you like this real quick. Light it all up like a Roman candle. Parts of paintbrush and the canvas. Make it all happen from where you're standing. Ain't no second string, nope, no stand-ins. Every hand up, cause we got the answer. Shout it to the sky like a walking pamphlet. Whole city tapping in for the cause, enthralled, showing out, defying all laws of gravity. All in the name of humanity. Already one go, roll with your family. See your dreams lucid in 3D. Be who you wanna be. Faith of a mustard seed, germinate, culminating purpose. I shall proceed. Be a walking testimony. Our stories unfold so bold for the glory. Yeah, it's all here. Telling our stories, take the lead. Etch a stone, look for me. Right here. It's here. Right here. It's here. Right here. It's here. Right here. Yeah. Hold this torch, just protect this candle. I seen squads, camps, and cliques all dismantle. Let our light shine as we take it by force. We got a right mind, so we aim our voice. Killed on set, cause it's all just cause and effect. Rub this rash, watch it more than infect. Keep your accolades, riches, awards in here. We go to war with a pen, mighty sword in here. Bust like a cannon, flow move just like a phantom. The flow so fast, the conversation just so random. Like, who's that on that mic? A true bona fide MC, he doing what he like. Heard he's so live, could he ever style bite? Is he live for real or just another sound bite? Nah, never. So smooth, stronger than ever. We do it right now, yes, now or never. Come on. It's right here, right? We do it right now, yes, now or never. Come on. It's right here, right? All great things start right here. Right here. This is the place to be. Home sweet home.
All right. Please welcome to the stage Shaleen Powell, Executive Director of the Roanoke Cultural Endowment, and Doug Jackson, Roanoke Arts and Cultural Coordinator. Welcome. Thank you. Lovely. So, first of all, who here has not seen that video before? Anybody? Oh, wow, a lot of folks. I'm surprised because it made the rounds back in 2023. Yeah, so wonderful. So when it first came out, and maybe even since then, like what were your thoughts? And first of all, you may have noticed the violinist in there. That may be this one here, and you may have noticed J.P. Powell and Shaleen Powell. There is a connection there, husband, wife, and so.
Yeah, a lot of connections there.
Yeah.
Yeah, cat's out of the bag. Well, I haven't seen that video in about a year, so that was really special to see. I was remembering when it first came out. The first time I saw it, it was before it had officially launched. We got to review it behind the scenes. And it felt so beautiful because there was a lot of work that goes into a music video like that. You know, first it starts with lyrics with Brian Harvest Black Hancock, which he wrote these beautiful lyrics. Then Michael's like, we want a music video. And it's like, oh, okay, well, song first. And then the visuals, which Dan Morelli did a wonderful job.
Well, first of all, let's give JP some credit here.
Ooh, we forgot the melody. Right,
Yeah,
so the song.
so Brian wrote the lyrics, and then JP steps in.
Yeah, and he wrote a really great melody for it, and he was the one that was singing on the chorus there. It's here, it's here. One of the best things that came out of that, too, is that Brian and JP got to know each other. They had never worked together, and they got to kind of build a friendship through that. And to me, that just shows the power of the arts and connecting people and building friendships. And you probably saw many familiar faces and many familiar locations, which was one of the best parts about it, too. You had David Stewart Wiley playing from the Roanoke Symphony. You had Kim Davidson with the Roanoke Valley Children's Choir. Brooke Tolley from Opera Roanoke, housed right here in Center in the Square. And then we also had...
Well, we shot your piece on top of Center in the Square.
That, I was like, how serendipitous. Thank you, Center. I played in the rooftop. And in the atrium. So I liked how it all came together. It felt really good. And the thing, too, that hit me was that was just skimming the surface of what Roanoke has for arts and culture.
Yeah.
So that's my impression.
Doug?
Well, first I was just proud of our community in watching it. And it almost like the drone shots that are so beautiful where you see the community as a whole. A lot of what we try to do is show how much we have and how great we are when we work together. And that video really highlighted how strong we are when we work together. And Roanoke is just full of surprises, and it's and rich with talent.
Yeah. Such as the organizations that we're featuring here tonight. So, the two of you are often seen out at arts and cultural events, kind of joined at the hip. You're, Share for those of you who are tuning in here, kind of how each of you and your organizations support arts in Roanoke.
Yeah, as the city knows what it has in arts and culture, and I'm a part-time arts and culture coordinator with the city of Roanoke, and the whole purpose of that is to illustrate what we have through public art, to plan to do more with what we have through our public art planning process. We give grants to arts and cultural organizations, and we really want to be a cheerleader for arts and culture. And having strong arts and culture organizations and strong institutions like Center in the Square, it's critical for the city. So I'm working really closely with Shaleen with the focus on that, especially.
Yeah. Well, first of all, you say you're part-time. You would not know that you are part-time in this role as arts and cultural coordinator for the city of Roanoke, because it seems like it's 2 full-time jobs. That what you do, it's amazing. It truly is.
Well, it's a passion too,
Yeah.
right? We've got so many great volunteers in the community, and the Roanoke and the city benefits from 15 volunteer members who are appointed by City Council as the Arts Commission, and they put a lot of time in.
All right. Well, very good. And so then that segues.
Oh, okay. So I work for a nonprofit, the Roanoke Cultural Endowment. And, we were really born through the city's vision to provide and create sustainable funding for arts and culture nonprofits in the city. And so, out of the 2011 Arts and Culture Plan that the city produced, one of those items in there was sustainable funding model, mechanism, something. And so fast forward, what was born was a private-public partnership with the city of Roanoke, which is the Roanoke Cultural Endowment, and that's where I work.
And the Roanoke Cultural Endowment's goal is to raise...
Our goal is to raise $20 million endowment fund comprised of public and private funds, and we are currently way past $8 million.
All right.
And so it's growing and it's happening and it's a heavy lift, but we have phenomenal donors. The city has been a great partner. And we're building on this trek towards building this $20 endowment pot. It's important to the endowment that we elevate through short-term impact projects, elevate and help strengthen our arts and culture ecosystem. And so what you mentioned earlier, Doug and I are usually out and supporting and cheering on arts and culture. We try to do that to help elevate everything we have.
Yeah, so the city's providing a lot of funding now, currently, for arts and cultural organizations. You're trying to build this pot of money, $20 million, and then using the proceeds from that every year to then award arts and cultural organizations just to provide additional funding for them.
Yes, so an endowment in its true sense is a sustainable savings fund. So you have your principal that you're building, and once we hit $20 million, 5% of that every year will come off. That interest will come off every year. That'll be $1 million. That goes out and as awards, as operational grants to nonprofits in the city of Roanoke.
Awesome. Yeah, bravo. All right, well, Shaleen, Powell, Doug Jackson, thank you all so much for being here tonight and buzzing with us. All right, one more round of applause, please. All right, and for our final guest tonight, it is truly one of my favorite places in Roanoke. Now, my only regret is that when my 3 daughters were little girls, this place did not exist, because I would have been there every day. Would have probably just dropped the kids off every day, then left. No, that's not allowed. But it's such a wonderful place. However, I do have a godson, Riley. Riley, if you're tuning in, and he loves coming to KidSquare. And so at this point, I do want to introduce KidSquare tonight with this video here. Rob, take it away. All right, please welcome to the stage Felicia Branham, Executive Director of KidSquare. Just keep that close.
Oh, yeah. Got it.
All right, now, Felicia, thank you so much for being here tonight. I have never been in KidSquare when it wasn't just complete pandemonium.
Almost daily.
And I don't see how you do it every single day, but
So,
you do.
Incredible staff. Felicia doesn't do it. It's all the people that are invested at KidSquare that does it. They're incredible.
Well, that a little closer. Perfect.
It's everybody except for Felicia.
No. She's being humble because you see her. She's out there every single day with all the kids. It's extraordinary. And there's so much creativity and inventiveness and ingenuity that goes into the place. I mean, these are games and activities and exhibits that you just don't go to Walmart and buy or order off of Amazon. I mean, these are like customized things just for Roanoke. Who here has not been in KidSquare, first of all? Raise your hand. Yes? Okay, you can admit it. It's okay, but you're going to correct that very soon because
I can give you a tour after this.
Yeah, you would allow a little sneak peek. It's extraordinary what we have here in Roanoke.
Thank you.
And so I'm curious, though, like how you were basically handed a blank slate back in 2017, 2016 when this first started under construction.
Yep.
What in your background gave you the skills and the expertise to pull off what is KidSquare today?
So my educational background is early childhood education, specifically Montessori. And Montessori is very hands-on. You learn as you do. So that was kind of the inspiration of creating this space. Dr. Sears, the CEO before Tara, came along. His vision was that we had a town. So that was already in my mind, Montessori to go along with that. And then as a preschool teacher, knowing the success in the classroom, having stations. So it was just a very easy transition. I was also the youth and family director at the Salem Y. And if you've been to the Salem Y, you'll see a little Y town there. I created that as well early on when I started working at the Y.
Yeah. So you walk into KidSquare, and to your left, it's a road that's right in the middle of the hallway, and there's buildings on each side. And so I first got an introduction when I was working at Roanoke Catholic School, and they wanted to create a school as part of this little town. There was a bank, and I forget which bank was the sponsor, and there was a hospital, and there was a veterinary clinic, and a dentist, and a beauty salon, and all these things, and they wanted a school. And so Roanoke Catholic was the initial sponsor of the space, and they actually built the school to look like Roanoke Catholic, and you could go in and you could try on a little Catholic school uniform, and you could act like you were a teacher or a student in this little makeshift school, and it was so fabulous. And that's not even like 20% of the space.
Yeah.
I mean, it goes on and on. Am I
It
right?
does. Yeah, absolutely.
It goes on and on. It is so incredible. Anyway, and one of the latest exhibits that I recall really having a big splash was the one that Branch Construction created. This was what, maybe like 3-4 years ago?
It'll be 3 years this year.
Okay.
Yep.
And that's where these kids get into these, and Branch and Cat
Yeah, they
actually
both partner together
to
yeah.
build these like diggers and
Yeah, they're true excavators, real working excavators, kid size. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's pretty incredible.
it's
They have
awesome.
a crane and
Yeah.
a dump truck and our purpose when we designed the place was to make it as realistic as possible so that kids could live real life, kid size, every single day. And a lot of the things that come out of KidSquare, while we love that they explore, play, and learn, and it's STEAM enriched everywhere you go at KidSquare, the stories that came out and some of the things that when we sat around the table in the very beginning, and you said we started in 2016. I'll have to tell you, we started March 2017 and opened August
Oh, my stars.
2017. So
I
when
just
you talk
assumed
about
that you had to have had more than.
no, it
Wow.
was done in like 4 months' time. We were open from
Incredible.
a blank slate to
Wow.
75% of it was complete. The construction space was the only thing that was not there at that time.
Amazing.
Yeah,
Amazing.
and that comes from so my previous boss at the Y. He's also really good at construction. My family came from Richmond, Virginia. I mean, just cousins and nieces, nephews. We all just kind of pitched in, and everybody that had a talent that we knew made it happen.
Awesome. Well, you mentioned STEAM, and so for those of you who aren't in the educational world, so STEAM stands for science, technology, engineering, arts, and math.
That's right.
Right.
Yep.
So what else about this space inspires such STEAM learning?
Yeah. So while we have designed it to meet all of those components, we also planned on wanting to meet when we have kids who came, and we've seen this play out. That's what's been exciting to watch. That kids can come to a hospital before they go to the hospital. So a lot of play therapy happens at KidSquare, that there's just so many stories that we don't get to tell, where a brother or sister's in an incubator at Carillion Clinic, and mom and dad will bring them to KidSquare. That was one of the reasons we did the realistic environment. They'll take them to the hospital at KidSquare, visit the incubator. That's a real incubator, and they'll get to discuss that before they head over to Carillion. Same thing with going to the dentist for the first time. That's a real dentist chair that we have at KidSquare on purpose so that a kid can go there before they go to the other places. We also have sensory areas for our sensory sensitive children, and we have a really cool story, if I could tell it, is a mom who was just in tears trying to get out of KidSquare as fast as she could with her child who was overstimulated. And one of our staff who are trained to deal with that asked mom, can you give us just a second to take him back into our sensory area? And that boy went in there, stayed for 45 minutes, re-regulated, and ended up staying for 2 hours at KidSquare after that. Just stories like that I think people don't fully understand when we were designing the space to try and meet every child's needs, no matter where they are.
Yeah, that's. We got tears out there. Yeah. It is extraordinary what y'all have created there, and I led off the show by talking about these are the places where you go and have fun, but what you're doing there has so much more than that. And like, how many kids come through on a daily, weekly, monthly basis?
Yes. Oh gosh. So a couple weekends ago, we had 680 people on a Saturday. It was absolute pandemonium, like you said.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Awesome.
But great,
Well,
crazy.
Thank you so much. We are so fortunate to have you here doing this work, because it is an extraordinary place. If you haven't been there, I'm looking
I'm
at y'all
serious.
there.
I'll give you a tour.
Yeah, she's going to give you a tour right now, all right? And it costs you only twice as much as what you paid to get in here.
That's right.
All right? So enjoy. Thank you so much. Let's get all of our guests back up here now. All right. Once again, Roanoke Pinball Museum, Starcade, KidSquare, Roanoke Cultural Endowment. They brought the B. I love it. And Roanoke Arts and Culture. Thank y'all so much for being here tonight. I want to one more time thank our sponsors, the Community Foundation Serving Western Virginia, Partners in Financial Planning, Friends of the Blue Ridge, the Candy Store, and MLEX Construction Company. Yes. Next week's show, we have Mill Mountain Theater, and we have South Science Museum of Western Virginia. So please come on back next Thursday night. Until then, thank you so much for being a buzz for good in the community you hold dear, and supporting the nonprofits that help make our communities even better places to live. Thank you all again.